Hello, my front porch artists. Today we're going to be working on your snowflake mixed media, your musical art here. So you're going to use the music that came in your kit, your blue paint, your penguin crayon, these snowflakes, your stamp, and the dauber that came in your New Year's Eve box. You also can use any leftover paint from your New Year's Eve box to add some bling at the end if you'd like. You'll need your watercolors and a little bit of water. I like to cover my work surface with just some scrap paper, and that protects it. And I'm working on a very nice table right now, and it doesn't make a huge mess, and that is my kind of craft. So let's put the blue sheet aside for right now, and that's going to be our mat at the end. And the first thing we're going to do is to grab your snowflakes out of your kit. You have at least two. Put them on the surface and cover them with your sheet music. And this is old paper, and so it can be kind of fragile. So there's two sheets in there just in case one tears when you're doing it. But I find that your penguin crayon works best if you do it with the design part down first. So I'm going to lay that on there nice and flat. And I feel the snowflake shape under here. I'm going to hold the paper with my other hand, and I'm just going to press gently and do little circles. And you can see the shape come out. You can press a little bit harder. And when you feel the edges, you can see that. And look at that. Isn't that cool? And then we've got the other one over here. And you can repeat this over and over again by moving these to a different spot. And you can have lots and lots of snowflakes or just a few. We're going to add snowflakes 3 different ways on this, in different forms of media or materials, so that you can have a fun mixed media project when you're done. So I did it 2 times with 2 snowflakes, and 2 times 2, you know, makes 4. So we're going to set these aside because we're going to use them at the very end. Now I'm going to grab my stamp. I already used this once, so mine has paint on it, and a little bit of paint. And I'm going to grab my dauber, and I'm going to press paint right onto the snowflake shape on this. And this is a foam stamp mounted onto recycled cardboard. There sure is a lot of cardboard around our house. I bet there is around yours too. And I'm just going to press it straight down and lift it up. Oh, look at that. Now you can do another one without adding any paint to it, and let's see what happens with that. I'm going to do it over here. Oh, look at that. It's a little bit lighter. I wonder if I could do it a 3rd time. Let's give it a try. Ooh, I like that. So we kind of have light, medium, and dark. So you can add as many stamps as you want to, and you can keep this, and you'll have lots of paint left, and you'll be able to do lots of stamping. It's fun to add. If you write a letter to somebody, add a snowflake stamp to the back of the envelope. And that would be a nice surprise for them and a fun way for you to use your art supplies. So I'm going to put this away. Cap goes back on. This paint lasts a long time. I would just wash my brush out when I'm all done. And then right now, I'm going to grab my watercolors and do a little bit of watercolor wash. And I like light colors since I have dark colors here, and this is a little bit light. I just want to add a little bit of swirly watercolor in here. I thought maybe some purple would be fun. And let's see what happens. Ooh, that comes out pretty dark. So I'm going to add a little water to it, and let's see what happens. It washes around. I can go right in here. And since the crayon is waxy, let's see what happens when we do this. Look at that. It resists it. So all those little beads will stay wet, those little balls of paint. So you might want to grab a tissue or just press it onto your paper so that that doesn't surprise you when you don't want it. But look at that. You get a watercolor wash, and then the crayon resists it, so that's fun. Now this will dry fairly quickly, but I would let it sit for a few minutes. And maybe that would be a good time to go wash out your brush and dump your water out. Close this up. You can add as much color as you want, different colors, but try to keep them in the same color family and it will look nice. This red and blue, you can look at your penguin crayon and see what colors are in there. Maybe add some of those colors from your watercolor palette. Then I'm going to take my mat and then I'm going to grab my glue stick, which you have in your kit, and I would put the glue on the back of this, press it down like that, and then I'm going to take these snowflakes that I used for my rubbings back here, put a little bit of glue on the back. You can use white glue if you have it, or glue stick. You can lay your snowflake down and just kind of dab the back a little bit. It doesn't take much to stick paper to paper. And then I'm going to press that on there. And look at that. Look at the snowflakes we have 3 ways. I'm going to do the same thing here. Little glue, press it there. And if your glue stick shows through like that one, it'll dry clear. Don't worry. I didn't really glue that down because mine is still wet, but you can really glue yours down. And so we have snowflakes 3 ways. We have a snowflake rubbing, we have a snowflake stamp, and we have snowflake shapes glued on. Now, if you really want to bling it up, and I know some of you do, the more sparkle, the better. You may have some sparkle paint left from your New Year's box, and you can use the cotton swab that came in your kit, and you can add a little bit of bling here. Like maybe this white needs just a little sparkle to it. You're the artist, you decide. So guys, I hope you have fun with this. You can use your supplies for lots more things. This penguin crayon is so much fun because you can grab just any kind of scrap paper and shapes. It's really fun to go over coins. If you have a few coins, put them down and put a scrap piece of paper over it and then just rub in little circles around it and watch the shapes come through. You can also try it on different textures, wood or pavement, lots of fun things like that. So have a great time and we'd love to see pictures of what you make.